The information supplied on this program does not consider your personal circumstances and is general advice only. You should not act on any recommendation without considering your personal needs, circumstances and objectives. Retire Invest recommends you obtain professional financial advice specific to your circumstances. Jeff English is an authorised representative of RI Advice Group Proprietary Limited.
It's 23 to 2. Jeff English has agreed to come in and have a chat with us today, hot off a plane. He's still got a bit of jet lag by the look of it.
Do I look it?
Overseas from, where'd you go? San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Wow.
Conference, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long trip, isn't it, coming back? But thanks for coming in.
It's a decent ways. That's fine.
It is important that we just let people know a little bit about what they can expect with the changes to their superannuation to come into play as of the 1st of July. Now, Jeff, we remember back in May when the Federal Treasurer brought down the budget and there were changes to be made as far as the superannuation was concerned. He had a bit of trouble getting it through, and therefore a lot of what was presented had to be amended, a lot had to be scrapped. Do we have now some clarity on what the rules are going to be come the 1st of July?
We do, Graham, and basically the legislation was passed in November, but as you say, there were a raft of changes and a lot of horse trading going on at the time. So I've picked some of the main things that will interest people out there at the moment, and it's mostly around contributions to super and also a fairly significant change to transition to retirement pensions for those that are over 55.
All right, let's go through them.
So first things first, your concessional contributions. This is your before-tax contributions, or what people might know as, say, salary sacrifice, if you like. So this is where you put money into superannuation, either as super guarantee from your employer or via salary sacrifice, or if you're self-employed, where you claim a tax deduction. So at the moment, depending on your age, either 30 or 35,000, that will be limited to $25,000 per year from the 1st of July this year, regardless of your age. Okay, so that's a reduction in how much you can claim as a tax deduction for superannuation contributions. A positive here, though, is that personal concessional contributions after the 1st of July can be made regardless of whether you work for an employer, and you can just make them as a lump sum. So it had to be done via salary sacrifice. That restriction will be removed because it actually doesn't make much sense. So that's a positive amendment.
All right. Is there a cap on how much you're able to transfer from your super into an account-based pension?
There isn't, but there will be.
Right.
So this is a new proposal and has now become legislation. So it came in as part of, as I say, the May and the November changes, and it's going to mean that up to 1.6 million going into pension phase of superannuation is allowable. If you have more than that, or and they'll test it every 30th of June, if it's accumulated beyond that figure, you'll have to take money out of superannuation, or you simply won't be able to transfer it into the pension phase. So that's one fairly significant change.
All right. You mentioned before about transition to retirement.
Transition to retirement.
What are the changes there? Because there's a lot of people that have decided to put their hand up and say, listen, I'm going down that path.
It's a significant strategy, Graham, and something that we do a lot of. So one of the major benefits of a transition to retirement pension is that the underlying assets of your super fund, which are currently taxed on earnings at 15%, are currently then, once you go to pension, they are not taxed. So it's a 0% tax rate, if you like. That 0% will be removed and it'll go back to 15 from the 1st of July. So effectively it's the same as leaving the money in superannuation on that part of it. That's within the super fund. There's no change to how the income coming out of the pension will be taxed. So there's still potential positives for people, but it does reduce the effectiveness of this particular strategy.
There must be still a bit of confusion, particularly amongst a lot of clients of yours and other financial advisors about these changes, because it's hard to get your head around these.
The conference that I just went to is our internal conference, and we have a lot of technical speakers amongst other things. We did a lot of work on this, these legislation changes, and this is the tip of the iceberg. It's extremely complicated, and it's something that I keep hearing. The idea of the changes to the legislation is for a simpler super system. This doesn't do that. So basically make sure that you seek advice whenever you're looking at making either non-concessional, which is your after-tax contributions, or concessional, which is your before-tax contributions, and moving money into different phases of superannuation, pre-retirement or looking at retirement.
Best to talk to one of the financial advisors at Retire Invest. You can give them a call and make an appointment on 4639 3733. 4639 3733. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
It's now 18 to 2.